Hi, it's Josh, and on today's episode, we have a girlfriend sleeping with her boyfriend's brother, an uncle soaking his niece with a water hose, a mother calling her child selfish, a woman being angry with her sister-in-law, and a girlfriend calling her boyfriend out for not being quote-unquote masculine enough. Ooh. And if you want to join us over on patreon.com/cultivate podcast network, we got 2 more stories for you, and they're parent themed. We have a parent banning their daughter from once in a lifetime events and another parent kicking their son out of their house. So if you want to listen to those stories, go to Patreon. Reddit on Wiki starts now.
Expert in fucking, I don't know.
Great power.
For the 5th time, it's your boy Sean.
I'm a professional and I'm white. My name is Josh Shell. With me today. Oh, man. With me today.
Like, Josh, you're looking extra tan, baby.
Oh,
whoa.
that Portuguese sun.
Ooh, sun-kissed.
With me today is my usual co-host, John, and another Canadian, host of the
Contractually obligated.
Yeah. Host of the incredible Weird Distractions podcast. Let me talk. I'm the host. My God. Off the rails immediately. And I won't take the blame for it, actually. Host of the incredible podcast named Weird Distractions Podcast, the amazing Alex Underbaki herself. Say hello.
Hi, everybody. I'm already sweating, and it's not even 5 minutes in.
We started off the rails so quickly, and I actually
so
will
fast.
take the blame for that, guys. I am not Josh. For the audio listeners, I know it can get confusing. Sometimes you sound exactly alike, but this is your boy Sean, and Josh is in Portugal, so I apologize because I have to host the Am I the Asshole episodes. So shout out to all the what do we call it? The Shelleys that don't like any episode not hosted.
Yeah,
by Josh. You're out of luck
immediate
this week.
bad review.
You're out of luck this week.
Yeah, immediate 1 star.
You got a brown man, and I apologize. All right, are we ready for the first story of the day, y'all?
Absolutely, lay it on.
And I just found out before we started recording, by the way, that me and Alex are both Awala bitches. So like, we're rocking.
Oh, guess who just joined the goddamn gang, brothers and sisters?
We're
so
Awala
excited.
bitches.
Yeah.
Not sponsored, but sponsored.
Not a sponsor.
Hey.
In fact, Josh, fucking censor that out and then put a black bar above the bottles. A lot of work for you as soon as you get back, but I believe in you. You can do it. This episode is coming back 48 hours after you land, but I believe you can get all of that done. And
easy peasy.
We won't pay you any extra, but we love you.
No.
A white man to work after vacation. Why not?
Exactly right.
Yeah.
All right, this one is cross-posted. And of course, guys, it's a Friday. I don't have to say what subreddit they're from because you guys know the vibe. These are all from r/Am I the Asshole or the knockoffs. Why are there other ones? So similar.
I don't know.
But so strange. Anyways.
Well, it's like Backstreet Boys. There's Backstreet Boys, but then there's also NSYNC.
Ooh,
right?
that's
Like, there's
a
always
hot take.
Chill. That is a hot take. Alex, I
That's
thought
a
we
hot
were
take
friends.
that I agree
I'm
with.
not saying. I'm just saying there's always going to be, like, there's the Spice Girls and then there's the Pussycat Dolls.
Oh, that one's
Okay,
much
that
further
is
apart.
for sure a knockoff.
That one's much
that
further
is
apart.
way far. Yeah. You could
My
have said
bad.
98 degrees and I would have agreed with you, but
Yeah.
I didn't listen to 90 Degrees.
Exactly.
I feel like that was before my time.
That's why,
Sorry to date everybody.
knockoffs.
My bad. Sorry.
Don't
You
apologize to
offended
this
me
man.
already, Alex.
I have to. It's the Canadian.
Sorry.
Sorry. It's part of my citizenship.
All right. The first one is cross-posted by Liv121006. Am I the asshole for sleeping with my boyfriend's brother? John, would you like to start us off? Oh, so I guess the way this game works is, I guess Alex is me now that I am Josh.
Whoa.
And I think the tally
that's
is
high stakes.
I'm down like 2 stories. So honestly, the pressure's off.
2.
There's no way of me catching up to John. John is hitting at a crazy rate. So
Party on. Okay. Lots of pressure
no pressure at all.
Oh.
Just go with your heart. And if you're wrong, I'm already behind in the stands. You know what I mean?
Stellar. Okay.
So John,
So you say, am I the asshole for sleeping
with my boyfriend's brother?
It depends. How
it?
old is this brother? Are they younger? Is it an age gap difference? Did they say what the age was? Oh, they probably will say in the story.
I mean, yeah, but this is the asshole or not the asshole, brother.
But this sounds like like a revenge story, like why they slept with their brother. So I'm gonna go in honor of our guest. I'm going with weird asshole here.
Weird asshole.
Weird asshole.
Ooh.
Wow. We're branding it.
Wow.
All right, Alex.
Branding it. Okay, my mind went to, is the boyfriend dead? And maybe that's why she's sleeping with the brother.
Like a
I'm
Pearl
also
Harbor
gonna
situation. That's a 2004 movie
Yeah.
reference that not a lot of people will understand, but I went for it. Alex, continue.
You know what? Appreciates it. I'm going to say weird asshole too. I'm going to put my ballot in that for that one.
So just
Perfect. So
just for the game standing, this counts as asshole,
game standing.
right? This
Asshole,
all right,
yeah.
all right. Just
Yeah.
just confirming for whoever's
Yep.
keeping track of this. I don't know who it is. And whoever you are, I thank you. It might just be Josh, to be honest.
It's probably Josh.
Yeah.
It's probably Josh.
All right.
Or Midscore. Midscore has a tally, which
Midscore's
is
the
crazy.
goddamn goat. All right. Are we ready?
Absolutely.
I, 26-year-old female, have been with my boyfriend, 26-year-old male, for about 2 years. Never had any issues until last month when he asked to open our relationship.
Fuck.
So he's alive. Shit.
Very much so.
And them open relationships always, the grass is not always greener, buddy.
I would say probably almost 100% of the time, or at least the people that write on Reddit don't have any luck with this. These always end up
And sometimes the grass your partner wanders to is your family backyard. By the sounds of it.
Ugh.
Same lawn.
Let's get into it. He said that all men have the quote unquote innate desire to sleep with as many women as they like. He said that women are attracted to men like him who are in their peak physical shape and that he should take advantage of that. Something about men wanting to spread their seed far and wide and all that. I did not see this coming at all. I was appalled, in fact. At the end, he said that I'm, quote, wife material and the woman he wants to come home to, but of course, that just rubs salt on the wound. However, I told him that is fine and asked if he has anyone in particular in mind. He was surprised by my reaction and told me how awesome I am for being so understanding. Then he showed me his Tinder and upcoming date, aka he already had this fucking planned.
He was ready. He was ready to roll out with this plan.
I feel really good about my ballot that this guy's a fucking. Oh, well, I guess it's the writer. Never mind.
We said she's the asshole.
Damn it.
Yeah.
Okay,
wrong,
can I
There
change
is
my
no
ballot
change.
to her?
Absolutely not.
Damn it.
Yeah, we're locked in.
Yeah, okay.
All right. He knew that this arrangement only really benefited him because I'm not into casual flings, so I wouldn't be sleeping around. He even said that he knows that I wouldn't go looking for other guys because I'm too, quote unquote, sweet and loyal.
Oh, fuck this guy.
So
He's horrible.
he has a 19-year-old brother, and I called him the following day. I explained the open relationship situation to him and asked if he was interested in having some fun. Long story short, he was willing but felt insecure because he was a virgin. I told him that's okay, and we had sex later that night. Afterwards, I asked my boyfriend about his date, and he said he had a great time. I told him that I met a younger, cute rugby player who is shy and inexperienced. He was curious and asked for a picture, which I showed him. Utter chaos. He had a complete meltdown and called me all sorts of slurs. And I told him, it's natural for me to want someone like his younger brother. You know, peak physical form and all that. He was still blowing up my phone even after I left his house, and he sent me dozens of texts. I told him the relationship is over, but he kept telling me that he forgives me even though that I'm, quote, deeply fucked up and deranged, end quote. He suggested therapy, but claimed that it might not help someone as, quote unquote, evil as me. Am I the asshole?
Oh, yo, this is rough.
This is a tough one.
I think I'm gonna get flamed for this, but I'm sticking with I think she's a weird asshole. Just because her logic is using his logic, and his logic is complete trash, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the fact that had she like done the open marriage with another person,
Just relationship.
I think
they're not
she
married.
or if they open relationship with another person, I think definitely not. But the fact that it's a little too close to home, in my opinion, and had this been the other way around, if it's an older man preying on like a 19-year-old woman and like a virgin for that matter, we'll consider that creepy as fuck, won't you think?
Yeah.
So I would say that she's being predatory and creepy in that regards. Although it is more so done in like a revenge type of fashion because of the boyfriend's like asinine suggestion and like his just crappy like worldview, whatever. I still think it's too close to home. That to me, I still think she's a little bit of an asshole for that.
What about you, Alex?
Oh, I might get in heat for this. I don't know if she's an asshole, guys.
Whoa.
I'm kind of living for it in the sense of like she's in her revenge era. She's sticking it to her clearly narcissistic boyfriend.
She's sticking it somewhere else too.
Ayo. I am not a fan of the age difference, but it's not great.
It breaks
the
rule that we have set on this podcast.
The Sean rule of the 25.
I shouldn't say we, but yeah, me. My rule of 25. This is a 26-year-old and a 19-year-old. It's all around.
Yeah,
not
that
too
doesn't.
Great.
It's not great. I don't know. I like personally, I wouldn't go with a 19-year-old.
Yeah.
No. I don't know. It just that part's icky. That part I don't really like. But the fact that she was given this like fucked up proposition by her clearly cheating boyfriend, it was just like, all right, you want to play games? Here, checkmate. I fucked your brother.
That's crazy. That's like crazy.
Yeah.
That part I agree with. The revenge season is sweet. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah. The 19-year-old part, I'm just like
that's
I know.
the part I'm icked out
I know
about.
Yeah, and I don't know why, because it's like he's of consenting age? ? Depending on where they live. But even so, like it's just
the age.
The dynamic's
like you're,
weird.
you're at a different stage in life when you're 26 and when you're 19. So it definitely feels
it's
like
not that
taking
too.
advantage of.
Yeah. And to me, the fact that the brother was a virgin and he probably was just like, like he's you could tell he sounds like he's very inexperienced. And for someone to just like full on be like, hey, use like lust to like be like, hey, I'm gonna use you for revenge. In a way, the brother is getting used. You know what I'm saying? The little brother is. That's why I think it's asshole-ish for me for her to do that. And then it'll create conflict for that family because they're gonna break up, right? Those two couple that couple's gonna break up.
They have to.
I mean,
and
she said it was over.
Yeah.
I think she knew it was done before she started this plan.
Yeah. That is forever friction in that family. You know what I'm saying? So it's that's part to me is a little diabolical, but like I get it. I get the revenge.
Yeah. That is asshole behavior. Yeah, 1,000%. I have so many questions. Mostly, where is she now? Has TLC or the Hallmark Network reached out to her? Because this is some like reality TV or sappy Christmas movie gone bad.
Euphoria. It's a Euphoria storyline is what it is. I'll say this is what do you call it? The I don't know if this is hated or not, but it's definitely the easy answer of everyone is the asshole here, except for probably the little brother who got preyed upon.
The little brother, yeah.
Look,
yeah,
because the boyfriend is I think the
horrible
worst.
trash.
Oh, the
because,
worst.
like,
Absolutely. Yeah.
He had already had the Tinder dates. The date was scheduled before he
Yeah.
even approached her about the conversation. So she was like, all right, so the relationship is over. So how can I blow this shit up in the worst way possible? Which, kudos, you actually found the fucking most terrible way to blow this up. I would have loved if the 19-year-old was like, yeah, I'm a virgin. If for you to be like, I think I have gone maybe a smidge too far. Maybe a smidge too far. And just been like, okay, maybe I can move to a 26-year-old best friend of my boyfriend's, or like
I was gonna say, if it was a best friend, I
older
would have been
cousin.
like, girl,
Oh,
do
yeah.
you?
or
Yeah.
something like that. I would,
You know,
somebody that is not, I mean, I don't know. Maybe I have just like a different viewpoint on sex because I was like a 28-year-old virgin, but sometimes maybe you don't want your first time to be like in a weird revenge with your brother unless you hate your brother. I don't know. Maybe we're too sensitized about like losing virginity type stories. Maybe he just wanted to lose it and he was like, fuck it, and doesn't like his brother.
maybe.
So I mean, there's a lot of background. I wish we knew more about the conversation just so we knew for sure.
Yeah.
If this lady was a creep or not. But yeah, I gotta say, everybody does suck. I do love the revenge idea. I don't like who the target,
execution.
Yeah.
who the target was.
Yeah.
Is not my favorite.
Yeah, not a fan of that. I was gonna say, I think it'd be even better if she like hooked up with her boyfriend's boss or something.
Something like
I feel like that would have just been like
Yeah.
right in the kisser, like
If the
I
dad
fucked your
was
boss.
single, I would say the dad.
Oh
That would've
yeah,
been-
that-
1,000%.
That would have been crazy.
Perfect.
If the dad was married, then definitely not the dad. Don't take
No,
our words out of context.
But then again, there'd be
happened.
also an age gap between the dad and the girlfriend. So
yeah,
that
but she's
could
above
be-
26, which foregoes my rule.
Oh, true. I guess we can go with that. Then.
Yeah.
Could you imagine if she did like hook up with the dad and she came to him and she was just like to the boyfriend, she came, and she's like, yeah, this is the guy. I call him Daddy. And just
We both call him daddy, actually.
see you at Christmas.
Jesus. All right.
Ooh.
Are we ready for the next story, y'all?
Mentally,
Yes.
I think so.
This is cross-posted by the 67th Bitch Brigade. This is,
Damn.
am I the asshole for soaking my niece with a water hose?
Like a waterboarding situation? Or
That's
like,
all you
what?
guys get, unfortunately.
Oh,
Alex,
okay.
you have
Oh.
to go first. Asshole or not the asshole?
Listen, I don't have kids. I have nieces and nephews in my life, though. And there are some times where I just a little spray. Just, hey, cool down, kid. Like, stop running around my house.
Like a cat, like a little spray bottle.
Yeah,
Stop
quit
that
it.
shit.
Yeah, stop crawling on my furniture. I feel like it's a lot worse than I anticipate. So I'm gonna say asshole because I'm worried she like tried to drown her.
Oh my God.
Damn extreme.
I don't know. My mind's going like super dark right now.
That's what happens when you're a true crime
True
podcast.
crime podcast.
Yup, that's what happens when you talk about murder once a week.
Oh boy. I'm gonna go the opposite. This is where Sean can possibly catch up.
Mm.
I don't know. Like sometimes, like niece and nephews could be assholes. To me, if this is it niece,
Niece.
if this niece was like a teenager, they'd probably deserved it. But if they were like 10 below, then they'd be the asshole. But I'm gonna go not the asshole for this time. I think the niece is being a little dickish, and they probably deserve it.
All right. And a little added fact after the words, just to bring a little more fear into y'all's decisions, is the niece is 12 years old and she's wearing white. All right, let's get into it.
Oh, no.
Yup.
Well, I think you're gonna catch up, bro. I think I lost
I
that
don't know. We'll have to find out.
one.
I am a 34-year-old male. Not started good. And a dad of 4. My babies are 13-year-old male, 11-year-old female, 11-year-old male, and an 8-year-old male. Our youngest has some significant sensory issues and anger management issues, which he is being evaluated for. Important info for context. He's already been diagnosed with ODD, but this goes beyond that. My sister, the 30-year-old female, and also my twin, has a 12-year-old daughter, Jane, who is a spoiled, rotten kid, as she is the only child, and my sister puts a whole new meaning to quote-unquote gentle parenting. As in, she doesn't parent at all because her kid is just expressing herself, and she doesn't want to parent out her personality, which sucks for everyone else.
Mm-hmm.
I love my niece to the depth of my being, but I do not like her or my sister. I don't know how else to put it. On Saturday, we had a memorial of life service for my uncle who passed away months ago. It was held at my brother's house. There was probably about 12 kids there who got easily 40 of those 60-pack water balloon things, and we let the kids go ham. It was a huge ordeal. However, my youngest at some point decided that the water was too much for him to handle and said he was done playing and came to sit by me and dry off. He was being great, which I was grateful for because he has a lot of bad days. But my niece kept coming up and throwing more water balloons at him after she was asked to stop. It was causing him to spiral, and he begins to rage out. Basically, my sister was telling me that I needed to calm my kid down and tell him to stop being such a baby. My niece didn't want to get wet, so every single time that my son went to throw one back, she would start screaming for him to stop. It got to the point to where my sister got involved as well and started to yell at my son, saying, "Don't you dare." She said not to get her wet because she's wearing white and it'll be see-through. I told her to tell her daughter to stop throwing water balloons at my son because he had already said to stop. And she said he's quote unquote already fucking wet. So basically, my niece was perfectly fine to throw shit at my kid who had repeatedly asked her to stop, but they weren't letting him defend himself. The last time my niece came up to him, I spoke up and said, "Don't think about it." He said no. She didn't listen and threw the water balloon anyways, so I grabbed the water hose beside me and drenched her for about a solid 30 seconds. She immediately starts crying and covering herself and goes to hang out in my sister's car. My sister starts berating me, saying that I, quote unquote, knew it was going to be motherfucking see-through, and you still decided to be a quote unquote creep. My mom and dad kicked her out for that comment, and I'm getting text messages from my brother-in-law, however, stating that I am a pig and what I did was uncalled for and abusive, and that I would never be allowed to be around my niece again because I'm quote unquote inappropriate. Also, added information, the dress wasn't even all white. It had a white strip along her stomach. That was the only part that was white. The rest of the dress was dark. So, am I the asshole?
No,
No.
absolutely not.
Nope.
Nope. Dude, like at the end of the day, like this dad was being a parent and actually parenting correctly. Okay.
Mhm.
So he knew the situation that the son had. And I actually looked up what ODD is. I don't know if this is, hopefully this is the right one, but
ask.
it said oppositional defiant disorder. Alex, do you know a little bit more about that?
Kind of, but you might as well read the definition just because I feel like I can't
Yes.
regurgitate it well.
It says it's a disorder in a child marked by defiant and disobedient behavior to authority figures. It's kind of like a quick synopsis of what it is. And the fact that the dad knows that their son has that and he was able to like, hey, protect them from like, you know, the other kid say like, hey, stop that. Like my son is can't take this anymore. He was overly expressive about that. I'm not saying that the kid is like the other kid is like absolved of default because they were being an asshole. But the ultimate asshole in this situation is the other mom, because they need to parent their kid. If he sees that the other kid is affected by it, and the fact that it's like not going to step in, that makes them like a bad parent. Like, who gives a fuck? You need to discipline your kid sometimes, especially in a public setting. And if I was in that dad's shoes, I wouldn't have thrown no damn water balloons. I would have drove my ass to Walmart and get the biggest fucking super soaker possible and call the fire department and get that fucking kid because I'm protecting my child at the end of the day. So
Yeah.
I'm saying not the asshole for this dad.
Yeah, I agree. I only have 3 things to say, and that's fuck them kids.
Damn,
Specifically
push the button.
Denise.
Josh.
it's a
Fuck them kids.
yeah. Josh isn't here to push the button.
Yeah, you don't got it. He'll edit it in.
He'll put it in.
hopefully.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's. I probably would have done the same thing. If you know your kids' triggers, you've set boundaries numerous times, you're going to get soaked. I'm sorry. Like, and for this, it's a sister, right? Because it's
Yeah.
a dad, kid. Okay. Yeah. For the sister to overreact that much, like, chill out, babe. There could be a lot worse things going on than your daughter's dress getting wet.
And crazy behavior that she's okay with her playing with water balloons and throw it at other people.
Yeah, but
But
not
no one
getting
can get
hit
her back?
herself. Yeah.
Yeah, that don't
You know
make
what we call
sense.
that? We call that a hypocrite.
Mm-hmm.
Little rainbow. Josh, add that effect as
Rainbow.
well. Put a little rainbow
Yeah,
coming
please.
from Alex. You know VFX now. Yeah, I'm a
Thank
agree with you
you.
guys. The worst offender is the twin sister, the twin sister that's the mom of the niece.
Mm-hmm.
You know, part of me wants to just be like, maybe you should have brought you and your son inside, but fuck that. There's a bunch of other kids outside playing. He just wants to watch his cousins and family play without being a part of it. And he was just sitting out. So he was like totally just watching mode. He wasn't
chilling.
Yeah, he wasn't playing any games, wasn't throwing balloons. So why is he getting water balloons thrown at? That's like the same as if like she just started throwing it at any of the adults or whatever. You know what I mean? So crazy behavior from that kid, worse behavior from the mom for not only not disciplining her own daughter, but also trying to discipline other children.
Others. Yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah,
Like,
stay in your
whoa,
lane.
how are you going to talk about my kid? You can't even like, you know,
Control
it's your
yours.
kid that's causing the problems.
Yep.
Why are me and my
Yeah.
kid getting the blame? So
Absolutely.
yeah, super easy asshole. And yeah, the white part wasn't even important. Like how your
So stupid.
twin sister and brother-in-law are trying to make it seem. It's essentially like, you know, she was wearing a bathing suit or whatever, I guess, and just midriff or a crop top or whatever.
Yeah.
And also, if you're that worried, like John said, about her getting wet and her dress becoming see-through, don't let her throw water balloons, right? That's very much
Exactly.
easily the answer instead of blaming other people.
Or
Yeah.
if you knew that was it kind of like a memorial what they were having?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you knew the memorial, chances are the memorial had like some sort of like an agenda or like kind of, pretty much like a plan of what's going on. I'm pretty sure those parents knew that there was going to be some sort of like a water balloon fight there. Why didn't they bring extra clothes for the kids to play with if they knew they were going to get wet? So like that's also lack
Right.
of preparation on their part.
Yeah.
I will say my biggest takeaway from the story is that if there's not a water balloon fight at my funeral, I don't want to go. I don't want to be there. Like,
Celebration of life. That's how it should be.
yeah,
Hell yeah.
really should chuck water balloons at each other and celebrate me.
It's going to be water balloons filled with Hennessy on my funeral.
Jesus Christ, John.
That's gonna be lit. I will,
It will
come
be.
down
a
to
fucking
Texas for
fire
that.
hazard.
Because y'all gonna go with me. I need friends up there or down there,
Good
wherever I
Lord.
may go.
Like the gasoline fight from Zoolander.
Oh my gosh, yes.
I was like, I need homies with me. I'm gonna take y'all down too.
Hell
Yeah.
no.
I think that was part of the network agreement, if I do remember.
If one of us dies, we all die.
We all
it's in the
go.
fine print
Yeah.
for whatever reason. It's crazy that we
For whatever-
included that.
I read it and I was like, yeah,
I guess I'll sign
Okay.
anyways.
Sure, why not?
they seem cool.
All right. Before we hit our next story, we got to hit a quick ad break because even though he's not here, we got to pay for a wedding, guys. We got to pay for Josh's wedding. All right. So
Absolutely.
we'll be right back. And we're back.
Seamless.
Oh,
Oh my
all
gosh.
right. Next one, we got if my spreadsheet will load. Holy moly. It's all black.
Damn, you use spreadsheets for the stories? Damn, that's crazy.
That's not what I thought you were gonna say. I thought you were gonna say something about if my spreaded legs or I don't know.
I mean, my legs are spread.
Whoa.
Nice. It is like 100 some degrees in Texas right now, Alex.
When I got in my car thermometer said 110 degrees Fahrenheit. I don't know what that
Holy
is
shit.
in the real temperature measurement,
Celsius.
But I imagine it's quite a bit. It's hot as tits.
I can tell you my house is 71.
Celsius?
Yeah. No, Fahrenheit.
Oh, Fahrenheit. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
Whoa,
So-
you're in Fahrenheit
yeah.
over there?
Well, just our nest, whatever it is, the
Oh.
So they have the
thermometer
right
thing.
temperature in the house.
Yeah.
Me and John are so
I'm not even gonna
opposite
deny
on,
Yeah.
on all that shit.
It's all made up, guys. Honestly, time, temperature, days,
Money.
Money is
the
especially.
economy, the
Yeah.
government. I'm just gonna sit my Awala and pretend like nothing
That everything
is
is
real.
fine.
Shout out,
Mhm.
not sponsored.
All right. Story number
Hit us up.
3. We have cross-posted by Outrageous Midscore Knows 9675. Am I the asshole for calling my kid selfish? John.
No.
Whoa.
Am I the asshole for calling my kids selfish? Okay. I'm up one this episode so far, right?
Yeah.
Let's go with yeah, you're the asshole. I feel like the vibe that I'm getting is this is a story we had way back when it was like a parent who essentially was calling their kids selfish because they wouldn't give them money for their beer. I have a
Oh.
feeling it's this type of like scenario-ish where like a kid is not contributing to the finances of the house or something.
Mm.
Mm. Okay.
Alex, are you sticking with
Okay.
your answer?
I am, and I have 3 beautiful words to say. Fuck them kids.
All right. Let's get into it.
Fuck them kids. Fuck
You're
them
really,
kids.
it's either Sean's gonna be down 4 by the end of this episode,
I don't want to talk about it.
or he'll
Sorry.
catch up.
I don't want to talk about it.
Next time you'll have to ask like Lynn's or someone who's a parent who has a lot
True.
more empathy.
All right. So I have 3 kids, ages 7, 8, and 10. My sister has 2 kids.
Oh,
Ages
and you're
7
calling 7,
and
8, 10 selfish already?
Yeah.
They don't even know how to draw like within the line half the time. God damn, how could they be selfish?
They probably don't know how to spell their last names.
True that. They still spell the E backwards or some shit.
I think 7, 8, 9-year-olds do be spelling their names, right? I mean, I think.
Oh, I don't know. You never know. I don't know.
I don't know.
We don't have kids.
Oh yeah,
No.
we also
Mhm.
yeah. Important caveat, guys. I
Yeah.
saw a comment recently that was like, I could tell y'all don't have kids. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
You are absolutely
we do,
right.
We do our best, but I feel like every time we do a story with kids, we're always like, let it be known. We actually
Yeah.
don't know what the fuck we're talking about.
I enjoyed that dink life.
Oh yeah. Being a dink is great.
It's the best.
All right. So we went on vacation together recently, and we took the kids to a zoo that also had a few rides. The kids went on the rides while my sister and I got coffee nearby. Also, I don't know, maybe it's because I live in America. I'd be scared to leave my 10-year-olds in charge of 5 other kids or 4 other kids. But, in Japan, this would be totally fine. I
Oh,
feel like
totally.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe just in America, I've been taught to be weary.
Yeah.
As we should.
Yeah.
But
There's a lot of
anyways,
podcasts for that, people.
That's besides the
Mhm.
point. We told them to meet us. Ooh, my apologies. Oh God, Jesus Christ! Is it done?
You tell us, brother.
Take a sip of the wallet. You're fine.
Yeah.
It's all good.
Yeah, take a sip.
We told them to meet us at a certain table when they were done. My 8-year-old came back much earlier than her siblings/cousins. I asked if the ride scared her, and she said, no, she just skipped the lines. I asked her for clarification, and she said, when there was an extra space on the ride, they asked for single riders to come up to the front, so she did that for all 5 rides. I told her that the point of going out with her siblings and cousins is to have fun with them, and that it was selfish of her to leave them so she could cut the line. I told her I understand why she doesn't have many friends if this is how she acts all the time. And she started to cry and ran to my sister. My sister,
Sorry, brother, you were down 4.
yeah,
Alex, you're doing him dirty.
but no pressure, Alex. It's fine.
It's done. It's a wrap.
It's a
I
wrap.
won for the month. It's only it's only halfway done. It's over.
It's over.
I still stand by my.
My sister ended up buying her ice cream and said that I was too harsh. She then told my husband, and he's now mad at me for speaking to her like that. Am I the asshole for calling my daughter selfish?
You're saying no, Alex?
Oh,
Hot take.
hot take.
Oh,
I think it's good to teach kids to wait in line patiently, and to wait your turn. I look, I'm not a parent. I have probably zero say in this, and yeah, I also am just dying because it's like I can picture the scene. Well, I can see why you don't have any friends. Like
Up until that point, I was like, "You're not the asshole." And then as soon as that line was uttered, I was like, that you did it there. You did it there for me."
see that part I'm not a fan of. That could have been an inside thought, and you just
intrusive
educate
thoughts
them.
be winning over a lot of times.
Yeah.
I honestly would not be mad at the kid for saying technically they didn't skip the line because that line was or that seat was offered to them as a single rider. You know what I mean?
But they ditched their siblings.
But I'm pretty
John
sure
fucking
after the ride's
hates
over,
John.
and this is me.
Only
this is
child
my
John.
only child coming in.
Yeah,
Okay. If someone had told me like, "Hey, you can come in, you can cut in line earlier because there's an open seat," you goddamn right, I'm gonna
So
take it.
you're
And
with
this
all
kinda
the
took me-
homies. They're like, "Oh man, I can't wait to see like the picture when we fall down the." You're like,
baby boy, if I'm like, and this goes to my adult life too. When I have like a TSA pre-check and all my homies don't,
That's different.
bitch, I'm leaving every
That's
single. No,
different.
it's not. It's the same. It's like a fast pass. You know what I'm saying? Like it was like available to them.
"Yeah, but
And they
nobody
took
goes to the
advantage
airport
of the
for fun.
situation.
You're going to hang
yeah.
out at the fucking theme park or zoo. You're not going to
I will
hang
say
out
this
at the
though.
airport."
I will say this. Once that ride's over, I will meet up with John and tell y'all how much fun I had. Okay? Like
That's
and this
crazy.
is me being selfish
insane.
as an only child. People, I see some of y'all comments and they be hurtful sometimes. This is my experience, okay? So as for me, that's not an asshole behavior. Like the kid was just presented like, hey, there's an open seat. That doesn't make them an asshole. To me, that makes them resourceful.
Or an opportunist.
And an opportunist as well.
They're probably going to end up being the president of the United States. Just
They're
saying.
gonna go far in life because it's
Yeah.
All
like
right, I'm
you know,
gonna
they're
disagree
bold.
with John,
Yeah,
but also agree.
that's fine.
Yeah, I don't think the kid's an asshole. They're 8. I mean, they don't know that much better. I think this was, like Alex said, a good moment to teach them. Like, hey,
Mhm.
if you're out with people, you should be with people. You know what I mean? Like, if you're out for that reason,
Couldn't be me.
John is an only child. Strange. But if you're out with people, you should be with people. Like, if I'm going on the Millennium Falcon ride at Disney World, I'm not going to ride it with a bunch of strangers. I'm going to ride
I
it with
will.
my
Peace
friends
out.
that I'm in line with. That
See ya.
doesn't sound fun to me,
Peace.
per se.
The fuck
But
out.
yeah, I think this was a good learning moment. You know, you could have stopped at like, I don't think,
Mhm.
you know, like now is the time to hang out with your cousins. That's what we're here to do. So you should hang out with your cousins.
Quality
Yeah,
time.
but then whenever you're like, I could see why you don't have many friends. Like if you know she doesn't have a lot of friends, don't fucking
keep that upstairs in the old noggin.
go off on your 8-year-old. I mean, it's hard out here to make
Yeah.
friends. You know what I'm saying? So that's
Because that
That's why I don't
8-year-old
have any.
that's crazy.
That 8-year-old's gonna need therapy later.
at the theme park.
Because I leave them all the time. You damn right.
Jesus. But yeah, the mom had sort of good intentions up, much like a ride. Had good intentions up, and then it hit the climax and fucking dropped as a
Yep.
parent.
It's a roller
Yeah,
coaster.
absolutely.
Even then, I wouldn't have called her selfish. I would have just been like, "Hey, you know, we're out, be out." You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
don't abandon your group or whatever. But yeah, as soon as she was like, "You're selfish and you don't have any fucking friends, you loser," and then you're like, everyone's mad at me all of a sudden. Like, of course, I think.
That I mentioned this before. Kid's probably gonna need therapy because like
Oh,
later
for
on they're gonna be like,
real?
yeah,
Mhm.
I'm selfish. My mom told me this. Blah blah blah. Okay, yeah. The more we talk about it, the more I'm like, oh,
And
asshole
now
behavior.
that kid is affected for life, and they're gonna be people
Yeah.
pleasers,
Yeah.
and it's gonna
Yeah.
suck for the rest of their life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Luckily, though, it sounds like they have a father that is like on their side in this situation. So hopefully, this was just a one-time intrusive thoughts got the victory, and the rest of the time is good times. But yeah, I think the mom was the asshole in this situation.
Yeah. John
Yeah.
316 says, ditch your friend, go on a single rider.
New T-shirt.
New t-shirt. Also, no. Stay with your pack. Don't go stray.
John went to the fucking school. What are they called? Are they road trips? No, field trips. And they're like, have buddy
trips.
system. And John was like, nah, fuck that.
Fuck them
Buddies.
Buddies. I'm not trying to hang out with any of y'all. I'm
Hell
gonna do my
no.
own tour.
Yeah.
Yup.
I'm gonna look through this museum by myself.
Jesus.
Peace out.
All right. Next up, we have, am I the asshole for being angry with my sister-in-law for keeping a secret from me? Alex.
I'm mad at my sister-in-law for keeping a secret. Not the asshole. Yeah, I'm gonna say not the asshole.
You have reasons why they're not the asshole?
John, you're already up. Don't fucking
Yep.
try and goat up more.
I was gonna say, I feel like I'm wondering if the secret has anything to do with the sibling who's the partner and what the secret is. And I don't know. I just have this gut feeling that the secret's pretty bad and devastating. We've got another TLC or Hallmark story coming up. I just feel it in my bones.
Oh my God. Speaking of TLC, well, it's in Max now, but I'm so obsessed with the new 90 Day Fiance thing where like they're all in one house.
What?
Yeah, it's crazy.
In
Anyway.
Pardon
one
me?
house?
Yeah,
In
so, like-
one house?
Yeah, so like Big Ed and his girl, and then like Yara and I forgot the husband's name. Michael and Angela through. It's crazy.
Stop
Sorry, this is
that.
my
No.
90. Me and my wife I had a meeting. Sorry, I'm going on a tangent right now. I had a meeting at 2:00 and we had like a lunch at like 1:30, and she played it while we were eating lunch real quick. And I was just like, I am ready to miss this meeting because I am so hooked right now.
I'm gonna risk it all to see
Yeah,
Big Ed
I
and
was
Angela go at
ready
it.
to get fired, but yeah.
Oh my
it's-
God.
Wait,
y'all should watch
doesn't
it.
Yara
Anyways.
have
What's
a
it called?
kid?
Yeah, Yara.
Yeah.
Is the kid
I forgot
there?
the guy's name.
I don't know. The guy from New
No,
Orleans,
the kid's
right?
not there. Yeah, they're the New Orleans
Yeah.
guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they just let. Is this not a newborn, or has the kid?
No, the kid's probably like a couple years old too. Aswelu and his wife is there too.
I don't know if I know them. I'd probably know.
I love how
faces.
Sean's concerned about the kids.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Anyways.
where's the children in all of
I
this?
just her
Sorry,
season
sorry.
was her pregnant, so I'm like, wait
Yeah.
a second.
True.
Hold up.
Sorry. My prediction for this one, I'm gonna go with like not the asshole either. I agree with Alex. The secret might be a little too big, but at the same time, sometimes you don't want to shoot the messenger per se. You know, like you might have like
Yeah, true.
your anger might be like you should be redirected to someone else. But I'm still going not the asshole, like what Alex said.
All right, let's get into it. Sorry if this is long. I've been with my boyfriend for almost 10 years. We've had a rocky relationship to begin with. He has cheated on me before, so I have trust issues, but we're working on things. Do I have COVID? Anyways.
Oh no! Oh my god!
Am I
Do I have
dying?
COVID? I don't know.
Wait a minute.
Everything tastes like water. Anyways, my brother has a wife, my sister-in-law. She's a lot younger than us. She's pretty, skinny, and she's a great mom and wife to my brother and their kids. She's always the center of attention. Even the other men in our family constantly drool over her. It's not hard to feel insecure around her, but she is all about my brother and she's the kindest person, so I never think negatively about her. We have a close relationship and I often vent to her about my relationship. I noticed behavior from my boyfriend a few years ago that started to make me question myself. At first, he would just stare at her a lot, laugh at her jokes, and in our family group chat, he would only reply or talk to her and nobody else. Then I noticed when we would do double dates or attend family parties, he always wants to be next to her. If we go to dinner,
Ooh.
he wants to sit next to her. If she needs to use the restroom, suddenly he does too.
Ooh, they be doing some shit.
He always tries to get her drunk. He will keep pouring her drinks or keep buying her drinks. I figured it was because we're all close, but at the same time, he never acted that way towards me. I brought it up to him a few times and even joked that he seems to be more in a relationship with her than he does me. About a year ago, it started to really bother me. I went through his phone and saw that he always tries to text her random things like, quote, "How are you?" Quote, "How do you feel?" She never responds to him, but I was like, what the hell? He doesn't even ever text me first. I always have to reach out to him. I've seen him send her heart eye emojis on her Instagram stories. She never responds to him though. He looks desperate, to be honest. He also does this to other girls too, so I don't know what to think. Recently, we went on a vacation with them. He told me to take a nap and then left the room to go sit out there with her. He even texted her asking if she wanted to drink, and she said no, that she wanted to wait for my brother, who was also sleeping. When we were hanging out by the pool, she had a bikini on, and he would not stop staring at her. I spoke up and said, "What are you looking at?" And he said some bullshit like he was looking at a bird or something. My sister-in-law just had a baby, and when they announced they were pregnant, my boyfriend was visibly upset. You would think that his mom passed away or something. He ignored me for a week and went out every night. I thought he was going through something until they announced recently that they were pregnant again, and then he's starting to act the same way as before. I just started putting two and two together, and I felt the need to confront my sister-in-law about what was really going on. I asked her to meet up, and I just straight up asked her if there was something going on between her and my boyfriend. She swore that there wasn't, but she did have something to tell me. Apparently, he has tried making moves on her. One time at our niece's birthday party, he got really drunk and took his dick out and tried to rub it on her.
Ew.
Gross.
She said she pushed him off immediately and told him to knock it off, and he just said sorry. She said she immediately told my brother that she wanted to tell me, but my brother said to just stay out of it.
Oh, bad move.
Bad move.
Yeah. Also, I guess this has been going on for years because he makes comments to her all the time like, quote, "You look so beautiful," or quote, "You have such a nice body." She said that there was a time when we were all at the club and he grabbed her boob, but then acted like he was just drunk or something. She also says that she has begged my brother
Gross.
to tell me all of this, but my brother has said, quote, "He's cheated on her before, and I doubt she will leave him, and it will just cause problems between all of us," end quote. They were worried that it was going to affect our relationship, so they stayed quiet. I am pissed at her. So yeah, it has ruined our relationship. I didn't even bother confronting my boyfriend because I feel so betrayed right now. Weird. My brother ended up calling me and saying that I was an asshole for getting mad at my sister-in-law
Bitch,
when I should be
what?
mad at my boyfriend. But they've kept this secret for years. How could I not be mad? So, am I the asshole for getting mad at my sister-in-law?
No.
No.
Final answer.
Yes. I will say this though.
She has a lot of
even
people
though
to be
she's
mad
not
about, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. She's first off, the boyfriend is just a terrible person, right?
Yep.
And then I would put the brother below that.
Yep.
And then the sister-in-law is not entirely innocent. I feel like she was pressured into it because it's a little different dynamic, you know what I'm saying? Like if it was the brother disclosing that, then I'd be like, go off on your brother. Cause I feel like as a I don't have siblings, so I don't really understand the dynamic really. But like I feel like if you have siblings, you should at least try to have the best interest for your sibling.
Yeah.
Would you say that's fair? A fair assumption, Sean?
More than.
Cool. So like, you know, in that situation, I feel like the sister-in-law is kind of handcuffed in that situation because she's not really like her blood per se, but still she's part of the family dynamic. So I wish she would have said something. But the fact that the brother knows too that like he's cheated and he still won't disclose, that is not a brother I would want to have, because why are you not protecting my best interests as like your sibling? Like that is so fucked up. But I mean, to me, her anger shouldn't be completely redirected to the sister-in-law, but I understand why she's angry. But I still would not call her an asshole for blowing up, because she went through shit and people like hid that from her.
Yep. I say the OP should cut ties with everybody, grab their passport, go to Bora Bora, and just say fuck them. Like, snip, snip, you're gone. Like,
cut them off for real.
Cut them out. Like the boyfriend especially, he's a piece of crap.
Pervert.
To put it nicely. That's like the most modest thing I think I could say without you guys getting reviews that there's too much swearing.
Fuck him.
I say the most nasty shit, Alex. You're good to go.
Fair enough. The brother is also kind of trash. And the sister-in-law, I agree with you, John. Like, she's complacent in this. And
that's probably the perfect word to put it.
Yeah. I mean, if I was in that situation, let's say I'm the sister-in-law, I still would have told I still would have said something. Even if my partner was like, don't say anything, blah, blah, blah. No, I'm sorry. Like, if someone's going to, basically sexually harass me.
Oh, yeah.
If that's...
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
Very much so.
Like, if someone's gonna like put their wang on me that's in a relationship with my sister-in-law, I'm not gonna be like, oh, I guess I'm gonna forget about it because, you know, I don't want to ruin the relationship. No, fuck that. He's ruining the relationship by whipping his ween out at the niece's birthday party also. Like,
should have been registered for that.
Yes.
Yeah, for sure.
Therapy. Get therapy.
After you cut ties with that family.
Yeah.
Like, cut out the dead weight for sure.
Yeah. So, no, I don't think the OP is an asshole. I think they have every right to be pissed. I hope they have the best revenge era. Hopefully, they connect with the first OP. Like, just, I don't know, Thelma and Louise's situation.
So, I don't think, if the question is strictly, am I the asshole for getting mad at my sister-in-law? I think, no, you're absolved. You should be mad. But the fact that she kind of ended it with like, oh, I haven't even talked to my boyfriend yet because I'm so angry at my sister-in-law. And she's only mentioning the sister-in-law is crazy to me. Because look, the sister-in-law, like you guys said, she should have told regardless. Because it's her own safety. She got harassed twice. Just physically harassed twice, but like constantly harassed by all the DMs and all that shit. So like I would have if I were, I wouldn't be able to listen to my husband or whatever. I would have just been like, for my own safety and yours, probably, you got to know this.
Yeah.
But like to not confront the boyfriend immediately, to not like go off on the brother also, to me, boyfriend number one, brother not that far behind. Honestly, the fact that you keep the secret away from your sister, terrible brother, and then terrible husband because you keep allowing your wife to be in situations where she's getting sexually harassed constantly by this man because what, you want to be friends with him? Maybe what the fuck are you what relationship are you scared of ruining? It doesn't make sense, brother. If I knew somebody was sexually harassing my wife, blood on my hands immediately. His blood on my hands, like a secret, so we wouldn't ruin our relationship. Who cares about that relationship with him?
Saving.
Yeah, exactly. What the fuck? Like immediately, the brother is so weird. So weird. Yep. Like, why are you not immediately first? You know he cheated on your sister. That's blood on my hands. Number one.
Yup.
Two,
that's the first murder charge.
Sexually harassing your wife multiple times, sending her DMs, sending her text messages, especially when like you're asleep, like he knows you're asleep. He's trying to do things, you know what I mean? And just, I don't want to ruin our relationship. Bro, what the fuck are you talking about? That's the craziest thing. This is the weirdest husband I've ever. Yeah. Like, I feel like this has to be AI. Like, I feel like this is a Josh submission. Because, like,
is this the plot twist?
I didn't do any. I'm not smart enough to do AIs, but this is like, what a weird man to just be like, I'm okay with my sister and my wife being abused by this one man because I don't want to ruin my relationship. Do you want him? Is that what this is? Because this is weird. This is weird. I can't explain it. It makes me so angry that he would let two women that he is supposed to love and care for get in so much like bad situations. It's fucking madness.
God damn, the passion.
Dude,
and the fucking
I would
hair
be
is
so
doing stuff
mad.
to me, bro. Like,
I would be
talk
so
your shit,
mad.
brother. The hair looking
Go
good.
off.
The points are doing good. My God, what a man right
Dude,
now.
that's just
Yeah.
that's a crazy story. That's the most angry I've been in a while, I think.
I will say the OP, now thinking back, Sean, you brought up a really good point. How the OP is like, I can't even talk to my boyfriend because I'm so mad at my sister-in-law. It's like,
What are you talking
Wait a
about?
minute.
What are you talking about?
is that
Misplaced anger.
For sure.
a little
She's-
bit? Just a smidge?
Well, she's not innocent. She's the least bad
Least-
person in the
the least of your concern
by far,
right now.
I think by far the least
Yeah.
bad person.
Yeah.
Like the two dudes are so high, and she is like, I don't want to
So
ruin
high.
my relationship with my husband and his family.
Castrate
so
them
blah
both.
blah. Even though I should probably tell because I'm in danger and she's in danger, but you know, a lot of other complicated
Still, like-
things. The brother has no reason not to say anything. That it makes zero sense to me. And then the boyfriend is the shitty. You know, we're used to that. We're used to shitty
Yeah.
boyfriends. That happens all the time. But like the brother letting two women that he should be protecting just get in constant situations
Terrible.
is wild. It's so angering.
Is bad shit crazy. I hate it.
All right, we got one more story and one more ad break. We'll be right back. And we're right back. Can you believe it? One last story, unless you're a patron and you get two more. But
you're rich.
if you're poor like me, the last story is, am I the asshole for calling out my boyfriend for not being quote unquote masculine enough? John.
Ooh. She sounds like one of those. Is there like a talk like an alpha sister?
Alpha
Because there's
sister.
alpha bros.
An alpha sister.
There's alpha bros. Is she an alpha sister? Like that's kind of
Ooh.
fucked up. Is she on like the? Is there a women version of Andrew Tate that's around
Yeah,
there?
is there a neck beard for women?
Probably.
The pick-me's, right?
She probably.
Pick-me?
Yeah, the
Sure,
pick me.
oh, that's
There it
the
is.
word.
She's a
pick
pick me bitch.
Alpha sister. What the
Hey.
fuck? Yeah, I'm gonna go.
Alpha sister.
New t-shirt.
I'm gonna go asshole.
John coming up with the shirts today.
Alpha sister. I'm gonna go asshole for this one.
Yeah, I'm gonna say asshole because yeah, it's just I'm not vibing with her.
A
Not
little
loving
bit
it.
of the ick there.
Yeah.
My tummy is hurting. Yes, thank you for asking. It's no, don't like it.
All right, here we go. I, 20-year-old female, work at a nursing home as a groundskeeper, a plumber, and maintenance person. Shifts range from about 8 hours to 15 hours.
God
My
damn.
partner, 26-year-old male, is not employed at the moment, but he does have a few odd jobs like fixing up lawnmowers, but that only pays maybe like $50 a week. And sometimes
Ooh.
he even dips into the red. So I guess it's just one of his hobbies, I guess, more than a job. He also has no desire to work, and I am totally fine with that. I make a good amount of money, so we can totally live off of that income. In return, he does most of the chores in the house, like cooking and cleaning. Of course, I help him from time to time, but since I have a more manual job, I don't do as much, but I am more than willing to help when he asks. Anyways, he's been wrapped up into quote unquote alpha male podcasters on Instagram and TikTok lately.
Oh no.
I'm sorry.
Oh no.
He listens to Joe Rogan.
Yeah, I imagine that's
Oh, no.
one of them. Also, weird
I'm
fact,
gonna
not
say
not
I'm
not
wrong.
like defending Joe Rogan or whatever, but I was surprised to see on my TikTok he liked the Barbie movie. I'm like, is that not against your audience?
Religion.
Yeah, so that was surprising.
I fucking love the
Barbie movie
by
was
the way.
so fucking funny, hilarious.
No spoilers. Haven't
Oh my
seen
god,
it.
watch it.
Oh, okay.
I mean, you could watch at home. I wouldn't say it's like a theater necessary experience, but the movie is very good.
There was low-key tears in my eyes, like in a certain part. I was like, oh no.
I didn't know what part you guys were talking about, by the way. I mean, I teared up at multiple
Oh.
points, but I don't know if there was a specific part.
Maybe it's just me. I'm just a sensitive person. That's probably what it is.
Was it the Ken scene with where he's saying Matchbox 20? Because I would.
I was dying.
1,000%.
When I saw that. I was dying. All right, back to the story.
Yeah.
He's been starting to spew off kind of misogynistic stuff. And even when I try to correct some of his false statistics, he scoffs and says that I, quote, wouldn't get it. He goes on and on about how to be more masculine and how masculinity's role in society and that men always need to fight and provide, etc., etc. Today, he went on about how women have such easy lives and that they can sit around and do nothing all day while a man pays for them, and that men always carry the burden.
Wait a goddamn minute.
I exploded. I told
Okay.
So he's delusional.
I'm taking an L already.
I told him how I made all of the money in this house and how I pay for everything while he can work on his lawnmowers as a hobby. I told him that if he wanted to be more quote unquote masculine like those guys that he idolizes, especially the ones about the quote unquote grind, then he could get a job, to which he paled and said that this is different. I told him, in that case, then I should find a man who is more masculine that can provide for me and my future kids. Parentheses, something that he raves about, but never ends up doing. Close parentheses. He left in a huff and brought his overnight bag over to a mutual friend's. The friend,
Did you bring us lawnmowers?
Derek,
They bring his tools.
his overnight lawnmower.
Mainly was
The friend Derek said that I was way too harsh on him and that I should cut him some slack. I didn't
nope.
really mean what I said, but I just wanted him to snap out of those things that he's been watching. I wouldn't mind him watching positive influences, but the ones he watches are all bashing on women. So, am I the asshole?
Nah. Damn.
Nah.
I'm taking the L for this one. Shit, go off. Be an alpha sister, man. Like that's cool.
We should
I'll
rebrand
fuck with that
Alpha
now.
Sisters as a good thing because they already have
As a
pick-me
good
girls.
thing.
So Alpha Sisters
Right.
are
Alpha sisters
are
are
in.
in.
Oh, did we just start
Maybe.
something, people? Did we just start? And you know what? And this is like the damage of those type of like quote unquote influencers and what we do with like guys nowadays, and
Mhm.
especially on like younger generations because they're impressionable. You know what I'm saying? And like to me, like before he got exposed to those toxicity and that negativity, it seemed like they had an arrangement that worked for them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like she wasn't bashing him about like, oh, he's not having like a stable job. Like he contributed in the house and, pretty much what worked for their arrangement. She seemed like she wasn't egging him on for that. But the fact that he started going in this like rabbit hole of like shitty men and like shitty people, like giving shitty advices and shitty outlooks of life, dude, you kind of deserve that rude awakening that like, if you're trying to spew all this nasty things out, you got to realize that, dude, you ain't shit, like, and for your buddy to be like, hey man, protect my bro. That's a shitty motherfucker too. Like you got to call out your friend, just be like, hey man, you're kind of going down the wrong path. So you might want to like open your eyes a little bit here. So you know what? Deserved. She put on what she needed to do for that.
Agreed. I want to know what podcast he's actually listening to because I'm just interested to see like what they are. I don't think she's an asshole. I think she had every right to say what she said in the sense of she was throwing back what he was trying to spew. And yeah, fuck him and his lawnmowers. Just, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. Was it a little harsh? Probably, yeah. But after like 2 weeks of like, well, I don't know how long, but however long she had to endure. Imagine working 15 hours a day, coming home, and then your jobless boyfriend is saying like, women got it so easy, right?
Easy.
Yeah.
We got to pay
just
for
sit around at
everything,
home.
right? I'd be like, bitch,
What
what? Literally
There would be
the opposite of our lives. Literally the opposite.
Blood on my hands. Blood on my hands. Blood on my shirt.
You're a fucking
Man's got to go.
plumber. You just fucking spend 15 hours fixing toilets, and then you come home and your boyfriend is like, What an easy life you live. What are you
Right?
talking about?
You're
I would strangle you.
Dealing with shit all like
Literal
literal
shit.
shit all day.
And I come home
and
to
then
one.
you to literally coming home to the human equivalent of a shit. Like no.
Madness.
Fuck that.
All right, we're going to go ahead and head over to our Patreon episode. Josh, I don't know how you edit these. I forget if we do a little, I've never listened to the episode. I don't know if we go into a break here or how you edit it.
No, we just cut to the. We usually
Just cut to the ending?
The page. Yeah.
Okay. And that's it for this episode. John, before we get into the plugs, are there any reviews or comments that you would like to highlight?
No, this is a long episode today.
It is long.
We'll wait that. We'll wait for that bit for Josh to come back. He's the review guy, so I'm not going to steal his thunder for that. So thanks for listening, Wikimaniacs, and 53,000 people on our subreddit now.
Fucking insane.
I think
What?
that's what
That's
mid-score.
I think
told
that's
us.
bigger
Insanity.
than the 2-time World Series championship Houston Astros. I think their
God.
sub is pretty small. So that's fucking crazy.
That's dope as hell.
So thank you, Wikimaniacs.
Oh, sorry,
You're good.
Juliet just dropped off some food.
Oh,
It's in a cute little school tray,
Wow,
but it's
that's adorable.
It's bulgogi, rice, homemade gochujang, and she also made
Homemade
Nutella
gochujang?
crepes.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
Nutella crepes.
yeah.
Does she want to come to Canada?
Y'all can come to Texas.
Or you could buy
mean,
her
okay.
cookbook coming
That's coming soon. Coming
coming
soon.
online
What?
soon. But before we get into that plug, Alex, remind the Wikimaniacs about your amazing podcast.
So, I have a podcast called Weird Distractions. It's where I cover basically true crime cases, paranormal hotspots, conspiracy theories, folklore, urban legends. So, just a mixed bag of what people would consider weird topics to discuss. There's new episodes every Sunday at 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And yeah, I've had both you guys on the show. I feel like I need to have both you guys and Josh back on the show sometime
Yeah.
Happy at
soon.
any moment to do that.
To, scare the shit out of Sean again.
Yes.
Yes. And so yeah, that's Weird Distractions. And I just want to say thanks for having me back on. I always have a fun time here. Lots of good chats, lots of laughs, lots of sweating for some reason.
And Wikimaniacs, if you love like the new bits that we have on the Monday episodes, that is all
That's the
done by the
architect right
amazing
there.
Underbaki, ladies and gentlemen. So give her some kudos, send her some love in
Aw.
the comments, and listen to her Distractions podcast.
Please.
All right, y'all.
That'd be great. Thank
That's
you.
it for this week. We'll see you guys on Monday. Thank you guys so much for listening. We love you guys. If you need more Reddit on Wiki, I'm sure Josh provided the show notes because he's the best. All right, bye.
Yay.
Love you guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Later.
Expert in fucking, I don't know.
Great power.
For the fifth time, it's your boy Sean.